How's it going, people? And welcome back to the Jumper Punch. I'm Mars, and this is Top Rope Wrestling, an all wrestling podcast where we review the weekly news or the weekly roundup of the WWE, bit of NXT, maybe some GCW, AEW, if it piques our interest for the week. We've got two other co-hosts as well who are wrestling fanatics. I reckon they're bigger wrestling heads than I am, to be honest. So they'll know a lot more than I do, which, look, I've been watching wrestling for nearly 25 years of my life. So the juices get flowing, and I can get hot-headed when I talk about wrestling because I do get very passionate. Mars with the Orange Line, so I can't respect yet. This isn't an AFL show on here tonight, so it's going to be all about wrestling. So if you love your WWE, you are tuned in to the right place. If you're not a member, make sure you become a member. If you haven't hit the like button, and make sure you share this around. I want to get this into the algorithm. We know how the YouTube algorithm works. If you're not a big enough content creator, it's very hard to get pushed into this algorithm. Or if you're not paying somebody off, you're not getting anywhere. So hit the like button. Don't hit the dislike. Come on, it's our first show. And I think this is going to be a good one. And there's plenty of WWE, TJP fans. And we've got Mr. Wait, where is he? There he is. Bo, how are you?
What's up?
Oh, very, very well. I know we've been
G'd up or what?
for a long. I am G'd up. Been G'd up for this for a very, very long time. It's good to see you, Mr. Remix Mania himself. Plug yourself away.
Remix Mania, a night that I run every with a mate of mine, and now two mates actually. Every 2 to 3 months, we run it in Melbourne. It's just a nightclub event. It is at La Di Da in the CBD. And we have DJs playing wrestling tunes all night. We have a bunch of giveaways. We give away T-shirts, figures, all sorts of stuff like that. And then we have a bunch of wrestling stuff and drinks and whatnot. But it's all going to change. We're doing something really, really cool in the future in January. But we'll talk about that later. I'll let you in on some exclusive stuff.
Let's get Mr. Andy from the Ankle Sore podcast. When was it? When did we meet? We met midway through the year at a TJP show. On a random Tuesday night, and you go to me.
Tuesday night. Yep.
Yeah, Mars. Love to do a wrestling podcast, and I'm like, there's another commitment, isn't there? But it's something that we love, isn't it? We're very passionate about.
And here we are
about our wrestling, and here we are. It's here. the TRW. I got to get this right. We're here.
We got that.
Oh my God. We made it. Like JR Jim Ross. So to everybody that is tuning in right now, thank you. And make sure you leave a comment below. I know we're streaming live on Instagram at the moment. So yeah, put your comments in. I can see all comments. People in the chat, hello again and welcome. Andy, give us a bit of history about yourself, because I don't think anybody's ever met you here. If they haven't, here's Andy from the Ankle Sore podcast.
What do you want to know, Mars? Like, I'm an angry Carlton supporter. What I mean,
this is our vice away from Carlton. Like,
all right, yeah, this is my happy space. Yes,
this is our happy space. This is our you okay space type of business.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, it's easy. All right, so I remember watching wrestling as a kid, like I reckon 4 years old, like just seen it on the TV, right? And just going, oh, what's this? You know, like I was always into sports as a kid, right? So to see athletic stuff going on, right? And thinking it's real, right? At the time, it's like, okay. So, and then WrestleMania 1 happened, right? I remember watching that on Channel 10, right? And that's it. I was hooked, like Hogan and Piper and Mr. Wonderful and Bob Orton, and so that's it. I've been hooked ever since WrestleMania 1. So
yeah, I mean,
and like to the point where like, you know, it was hard to get wrestling content in Australia for a while. You know, after probably WrestleMania 3.
Yeah.
I remember I went to school with a kid that went to Singapore. He was from Singapore and he went back home. And I made him bring back Survivor Series for me.
Oh,
on
VHS.
videotape because we couldn't get it. Yeah, and he brought it back
that's
for me.
mad.
I was like, oh, good boy, good boy. So, mate, that's the extent I went to watch wrestling, back in the sort of, early 90s and that. So, yeah, so that's my story with wrestling, mate. It's hard to once you're in, it's hard to get out.
It is hard to come out, isn't it? I mean,
hard,
I started I'd say late 90s. Well, I was born in 1994, but I do remember wrestling late 90s, early 2000s. I used to watch it when they used to run the runbacks on was it Channel 9 or like Wild World of Sports was it on there?
Probably.
I know, yeah. And I used to watch it with my nonno. And he loved, being Italian. I don't know. They just had
Mario
this thing
Milano.
Mario Milano, Bruce Sammartino. I mean, like all those names that come up, and you're just going like wrestling, and you're just going, "Wow, what is this?" I mean, you're looking at these big bodybuilder type athletes. You got these beautiful women on there as well, and they're doing their thing. And you just get, as you said, once you get hooked in, it's just
that's it.
It's
they're larger than life, mate.
It is.
They're larger than life, and it's just they're not normal human beings. It's like, Jesus, stuff you've never seen before. So grabs your attention.
I agree, and I've got like an attachment of me, which is my fiance Taylor, which she watches WWE, and she's heavily invested. I mean, I broke it down to her like it's sports, people performing, but like a soap opera. You know what I mean? It's like
100%.
Bold and the Beautiful. It's like a Home and Away, and it's like a story all put together with these athletes, and which I think is amazing how they pull it off. And people go, "Oh, it's fake," and this and that. Of course, it's a script. What about your favorite movies? They're a script.
Your favorite TV show, favorite movie, like you said, Home and Away. Is that real? Is it? Come on.
Yeah. So, but they do get injured, as we've seen, and they always say, "Do not try this at home." But what do we do as kids? We try it at home.
Try it at home. Of course we do.
I remember trying it at home with my brother back on the trampoline. We had the cage trampoline. We used to have chairs out bashing each other. So it was awesome. And my go-to childhood hero is obviously the man on the right behind us, John Cena. I used to watch Hollywood Hogan as well, who was, mate. That's why I put these two on there. I think we can all gravitate towards these two characters, and obviously there is more. And Bo, how did you get into this lovely world of wrestling?
I think the earliest memory, and it's very vague, would have been WrestleMania 8.
Yeah,
I think it was WrestleMania 8, 93 or 92, something like that. It would have been around there, early 90s, somewhere there. And it was Sid, Hogan, Macho, Ric Flair. And that was the earliest memory. But to say when I properly can remember getting, obsessed by it sort of thing, Attitude Era, of course.
Yeah.
So, but the thing was, but the thing was, I don't know if Andy, if you were the same, or Mars, I'm not sure, or anyone in the chat. I actually gravitated towards WCW first.
So did I. So did I, Bo.
So with WCW, I was really, really into the luchas, right? Because a lot of lucha libre stars went to WCW from regardless of which promotion it was. They got the Eddies, they got Conan, they got all of those guys, right? Juventud, Psychosis, all them. They were in WCW. And the first game I ever got was a WCW game. It was on Nintendo 64, right? Which was the one versus, it was WCW versus NWO, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And big NWO guy and all the rest of it. And that's where I started through that stuff. And then after the Monday Night Wars and all the rest of it, and finding out about Austin and Taker and everything else, that's when I kind of made the shift. And I guess in the end, they got bought out anyway. So it was never going to, you kind of had to move anyway, unless you went indie.
Yeah.
And that's it. And go on.
No, I was going to say, it's funny that you said WCW, because there was that period, like you said, early 90s WWE, that I early to mid 90s, I sort of got out of it, a little bit, right? Because it became a bit boring and gobbledygooker and all these, all these characters that were just like cartoon characters, right? So it wasn't what I grew up with. And then, I was big on WCW, and I remember a friend of mine said, "Oh, you've been watching Raw?" And I said, "No, not really, right? This is just before Attitude." And he made me a 3-hour compilation of Raw, and that's it. Like Yeah, I was done after that. You know, I still watch WCW Nitro, but yeah, it was different.
A different world. It
was
Thunder,
so different.
Nitro, all that was basically the attitude of that time.
100%, 100%.
That's how it was. They had the most raw stuff going on over there. People were swearing, they were doing this, they were doing that.
Yeah, it was insane, wasn't it? Yeah.
What ended up starting the Attitude Era, because they had to compete with that, and they
had
to
to
go.
yeah.
Well, you can be Raw. We have a show called Raw, so we're just going to actually do that. You know, so
yeah.
And if you know the Monday Night Wars, it's one of the best periods of wrestling I think ever. Really.
I think it is.
Yeah.
So say hello to a few people. John Cena's in the chat. How are you?
Hey, John,
the Grand Slam champion. How are you?
Yeah,
I really
finally
hope
after 20 years.
Yeah, I really hope Bo wasn't in this show. Come on, man, no need for that. The WWE respect
every week.
I'm guessing that's the background. I've got yellow and red to mimic our background, but it just doesn't come up like that, does it? Push LA Knight. We'll get into that. Why did Julie get buried? We know that. Find another media outlet in Australia that pumps out more quality shows than TJP. I don't know about the quality, but I know there's plenty of sports being I don't know. There's a plethora of sports being reported on here. So yeah, Brock Lesnar, we got him in the chat. It is the off season. Why not try something? Angry sore, not the ankle sore.
You know, Peter. Was that Peter? Was it? You know exactly what's going on.
Afternoon,
this
gents.
Is my happy space. I'm good.
It is your happy space. Afternoon, gents. Well, he's all the way in WA. Rocco Moro. How are you, bro? Say hello to the family. Yes, I saw Mario Milano in the cage event at Entertainment Center in 1981. Jeez,
that's
my
awesome.
dad sort of stuff.
You can see how young Rocco is there.
Yeah.
Liam pisses me off when people say it's shit and boring. Of course,
don't worry about
Liam. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it.
Josh Holden, hello, and hello
Holden.
To the Holden family. My brother was always trying to put me in different submission maneuvers.
What was the worst one, Josh? What'd you cop the worst? Mate, the figure 4 hurt. It actually hurt.
Yeah, it actually, and if you squeeze it hard enough.
If you squeeze it, you break legs almost.
Andy from the Monday Blues, how are you? And thank God that you ripped that Silvani card on stream. I told him to anyway. I said, you got to do it. You're an itch bay if you don't.
I saw that. Holy.
Yeah, you got to do it. But hello to Stuart McQuaid and everyone that's tuned in so far and that's tuning in later. But yeah, I mean, you go back to the ruthless aggression era and like those early 2000s, you know, you had that whole draft that came through, you know, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, you know, Batista, you know, Randy Orton. I mean, the names that just go on and they're still competing today, which is quite amazing. 20 odd years on, 25 years on, and you look at
they're all still around. Yeah.
When are they going to retire? I'm like thinking, mate, when are they going to retire? And they always get the biggest pops, don't they? They always get the biggest pops. And I mean, this takes us on to the title name of the show, which is, what is your wrestling Mount Rushmore? So I don't know where I'm going to start here.
You going first, Mars?
Me? Nah, I'm not going to start first.
Why?
I'm not going to start first. Because I want to see
He doesn't want to get flamed first. That's all.
I know he's going to cop it because I can see where he's going already.
Well, it's all subjective, isn't it?
Be some obscure shit.
No.
Crap for.
No, there's wrong and right, mate.
There is wrong and right, isn't there?
No,
absolutely.
Just like Rocco says, there's always, even if you think your answer is right, it's wrong. It's always, right. You know, just like a typical wog. So
it's true, I was going to say it's wrong.
You know who I'm going to go here with first? I'm going to go with Bo here.
I agree. Bo. I was actually going to say Bo.
Mr. Remix Mania himself. You're going to give us your wrestling Mount Rushmore. Your 4.
All right.
The 4 horsemen.
Do you want one that's objectively looked at, or do you want one that's my favorites?
We want yours, mate. We want yours.
I'm going to put a precursor on this, and I'm going to say people that I've watched.
Okay.
Oh, well, then hang on.
You've watched a lot, Andy. You've watched a lot.
But
if we're talking about if the Mount Rushmore is the best of the best that have graced the business of wrestling,
yep,
I'll give you a reason for what I've done. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. We're giving reasons. We're not just throwing
And then
out
I'll tell
names.
you my subjective one after that, which is
I reckon
but
we do our three and then come up with a TRW Mount
all right,
Rushmore.
done.
All right.
I've got some
So-
honourable mentions too, but anyway,
Yeah,
we'll get to
plenty of them.
So
All right.
I've gone with only Carlton. No.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So I've gone with Hogan, Cena, Austin. And you ready for the spanner? Mildred Burke.
So you're already wrong. That's all right.
Now,
You got a
do you want
couple, right?
justification? Do you want justification?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Hogan, one of the worst wrestlers you ever seen in your life, right? He was a terrible wrestler. He did nothing good in that ring. All he was a name and a gimmick that absolutely carried a business, right? So he was the
100%.
John Cena of his era, right? There wasn't a place you could go in the world and say Hulk Hogan and they go, I don't know who that is, right? He was simply well, as only Carlton has put there, a performer, right? That's it. As a wrestler, no good. But you cannot have a Mount Rushmore without him, in my opinion, because he was the man for so long. Similarly, you have to do the same with Cena because he carried the business and was the face of the company for so damn long. He's another name that you go say John Cena anywhere and they know who it is. Even wrestling fans, people that don't follow wrestling know who he is. So that is that means you have done enough for a business to be worthy of that spot. Now, Cena as a wrestler, look, I can honestly say I've never really been a big Cena guy, right? But you have to respect what he's done for that business with his own name, both in the ring and outside of the ring by his own choice as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that he went global with movies and all the rest of it. So did Hogan at the time. He did Hollywood stuff as well. Okay,
Yep.
Hogan did charity stuff as well on a smaller scale, of course, right?
Of course.
But they were both kind of. I look at them and go, Cena is the new Hogan, and Hogan was the Cena at the time, right? Now, Austin, I personally think Austin is, again, not one of the greatest wrestlers ever because he was just a badass character. But in terms of pushing merch, that guy had one of the all-time best-selling T-shirts ever in the Austin 316. I'm pretty sure it still holds the record to this date, despite all these other ones coming out, right? On top of that, he carried the company through the Attitude Era, right? He was the go-to guy. He was the guy that they relied on, right? And had trouble at one stage keeping during that stage, which caused panic because they thought if we lose him, we're screwed through this Attitude Era, right? With the wars. So I feel like, again, he needs to be in there. And this is not going into too much detail. I'm just giving you kind of a nutshell sort of thing. In terms of catchphrases, entertainment on the mic, being that badass guy that people could relate to. And he wasn't a good guy, but he kind of played himself into being a good guy by being a bad guy, right? That guy, everyone wanted to be him in that era. You know what I mean? And the only reason I didn't choose someone else for the fourth position, like Taker or something like that, and went with Mildred Burke, because we're talking about a fucking Mount Rushmore here. She basically pioneered the entire women's division. She held the title for something like 20 plus years or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And if
she was
it
like
wasn't
30s to the 50s, wasn't she? Yeah, something like that.
No, I think even earlier.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Even earlier, right? She died in like 80 something, was it not? Or I think she was born in like 13 or something like that, and then she died when in the 89 or something, right?
Yep.
That's a guess, by the way. But if you're talking about people that have done such big things for the industry, if it wasn't for her, at one stage she was more popular in wrestling than what some of the biggest men at the time were, right? You have to kind of respect that, because without someone like that, maybe the women's division wouldn't have got to them when Mae Young came in, right? And she was kind of like your trailblazer at the time. You know, that would never have been possible without this woman. So that's why I include her as well. And then in terms of a subjective one, I'll go into that later, but that's my four: Hogan, Cena, Austin, Burke.
I like it. I like the little twist at the end.
Andy? Yeah, it is a bit of, you want me to go? All right.
Yeah.
Let's get my list up here because I'll forget. All right.
Save the wrong till last, huh?
All right, done. So we can critique your Mars, right? So so Bozo already mentioned Hogan, right? That goes without saying. If you haven't got Hogan on your Mount Rushmore, Mars, you're wrong. All right, you've never watched
You
wrestling.
won't have him in there, I'm telling you.
Well, then it's a 2-man show from here on in. Then I reckon
No,
it's got to be. Nah,
I think I've said my Mount Rushmore before, but the fourth
Okay.
spot was the hardest for me. So yeah,
all
keep
right.
going.
Yeah, I was going to say
Sorry,
the fourth one's the hardest, right? So Hogan, without him, we're not sitting here today doing this. All right, that's a fact. That's not even a. I don't know.
Yep.
How do you want to say it? It's without him, there's no profession. There's probably nothing, nothing major these days, right?
Yep.
And Bo, you mentioned something about his wrestling, right? He was shocking in the WWE, right? WWF wrestling wise, because he didn't have to, right? Like you said, he was a character, bigger than life. But I've seen him wrestle in Japan, not personally, but videos.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
And he's something else, I'll tell you. Like you're talking 83, 84, right? So he's a lot younger and nimble. He's a machine. He could actually wrestle, but again, didn't need to in WWE. It was a different format, so he didn't need to do it.
Or WCW.
Yeah, exactly. Well, even lesser in WCW.
Yeah.
Number 2, Bruno Sammartino.
I knew this was going to go in there.
Now, Bruno was the Hogan of the 60s and 70s, right? He kept the business going. Madison Square Garden, he'd sell out every time he was there, he'd sell out, right? Now, again, if we're talking Mount Rushmores, this guy, Vince Sr., if he wasn't making money from Bruno, there'd be no WWF, right? So Bruno kept the business going for 20 years. He had the title for a decade or something. Which
10
again,
years.
we know about title. Yeah, something like that. So, but mate, he was a legend up until Hogan came, right? Because they shifted again. So I reckon Bruno needs to be there. Bo, Cena, of course. Cena, like you said, he's the Hogan of the 2000s. And 20 years of Cena is pretty impressive, and like he's been on top most of those 20 years, right? Sells merch. I don't know if that's a prerequisite for but it kind of is, but mate, Cena's up there for sure. And the fourth one, like you said, Mars, the hardest one, the fourth one, right? So I put Andre the Giant in, right? So I think, you said something earlier about Hogan. You go anywhere around the world and they know who Hulk Hogan is, right? Same with Andre the Giant, the biggest attraction probably ever in wrestling, right? I don't know one person on the planet that probably doesn't know Andre the Giant unless you're born in the last 10 years, And even still, there's still, you
still even know who he is.
Yeah, you still know who he is. He's literally larger than life. So that's my Mount Rushmore. There's 4 honorable mentions. I don't know if you want me to mention them now or later, but
we'll do it later.
All right, Mars, let's go. Let's hear yours, mate.
Am I the youngest on the panel here? I think I am. Just.
Yep.
How old are you guys?
By like 6 years.
Okay.
I'm older than you, Mars.
All right. Well,
let's go.
Yes, I'm young. I'm younger. Thank God. I'm 31, but I'm younger.
That's it.
All right, I'm going to start off with number 1 in the number 1 slot, Hulk Hogan. It's got to be the charismatic, Wonder Man, the charismatic wonder, the generational superstar. He's got to be number 1. He's number 1. And as I've always said, he's number 1. If it wasn't for him, there's no WWE, there's no WWF, there's probably no WCW. Nothing. There's no wrestling right now, right? So if it wasn't for him, he genuinely carried the wrestling game on his back. I know that there's other corporations around the world, but just to put it on the map and how he transcended all, mate, he was the first to go into movies, was he not?
Yeah,
as a wrestler. So he was the first to go into movies. He'd go around, go around, countries, not just America, but other countries. And mate, people would flock to him like he's the Beatles, like Michael Jackson. Like you'd have people crying over him. Like you're not somebody if no one's crying over, people crying over. He meant something to so many people. And when he died, I cried. I mean, like it's
so did I.
emotional.
I didn't think it'd affect me, but it did.
No,
It was my childhood, right?
Yeah, because if you love wrestling, you love Hulk Hogan. No matter what he said in the past, if you agree with his political views or you don't, or this and that, it's irrelevant. We're talking about the WWE here. We're talking about wrestling as a whole, and this bloke has to be number one. So, Hulk Hogan, RIP this year. Terry Bollea, mate, absolute legend, elite, mate, S tier. He's S tier. When you got all the tiers and they go A, he's S. So
I reckon he's above that. But anyway,
he's in the lap. He's with the lap of the
his
gods,
own. Yeah, he's in his own category.
Yeah,
keep that in mind, Mars. What you just said. One time on this show, we've got to do a tiered thing with.
We will do a tier list.
Can't wait for that.
That'll be good. That's going to cause fireworks, but
absolutely.
Yeah.
The second one, well, I grew up with this man. Obviously, we've got him all in there. Mr. John Cena, Super Cena, the doctor of thugonomics. I mean, the prototype. Where do you start with this bloke?
Big match, John.
He's another one that transcended the sport, right? The entertainment era, where he put his own twist on it. He took it to another level on the mic skills. Probably one of the best ever, if not the best, up there. Obviously rivaling The Rock. People see him as probably the best, but I see this bloke as probably the best on the mic, just purely of his range, where he can get to on the mic as well. His range it's untouched, unmatched. He can go from here to there. He can meet you there. He can meet you here. So
my blood's boiling. My blood's boiling.
Why?
Best on the mic, nah. But
good. I just wanted to touch on that. I know who you're going to say, right? People are going to say CM Punk, which is fair enough. I get that. But I
thought Bo would say Bret Hart.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Not a Bret Hart guy at all.
No, nor was I. I don't get it. I don't get Bret Hart. But anyway,
you see that?
Give us those final two that I'm hanging for.
Oh, right. Gotta drag him out a little bit. But Cena, that Super Cena era was like no one could beat him. 2 titles. And then he brought in the US Open challenge, which now has progressed onto today's with, Sami Zayn, Ilya Dragunov. You might not agree with it, but I like that. It's a little ode to him. Little knock. He's now the Grand Slam champion after how many years? I mean, usually you win an IC title, then go on to a WWE.
Exactly, He's done it the wrong way around, hasn't he?
He was that good that he surpassed and left the best. I mean, the best have held that title. So, it was crazy to think. I never thought about him not holding the IC title. I'm going,
no. I thought he did, but obviously he didn't. But just growing up, you think, oh yeah, of course he's held that,
Yeah, so he started off. Obviously, he got the US title.
The US title, that was the one. It must have been. That's where everyone got mixed up with. The spinner belt.
Yeah, so then he created the spinner belt as well, which was grouse. His looks when he came in, when in Doctor of Thugonomics. I mean, if you go look back through those videos, and I was teaching Taylor about that. I mean, that's heel Cena, right? I think that's heel Cena. That's heel Cena going up against Guerreros. You got your Brock Lesnar's and all that. And you just go, mate, this bloke, fantastic. All right, I'll go on from John Cena because I could talk about him all day, right?
Yes, come on, Mars.
So brings in. Here we go. So 3rd and 4th, I think these are the most difficult because I think Hulk Hogan and Cena are the easiest to put up there, right?
Yes. Yep. Well, all 3 of us have got those 2, so let's go, Mars. Come on, we're waiting. Stop stalling, mate.
Why are you so scared to say this?
I'm not scared. I'm just like I'm always up in the air. Like now,
you got one of them at least.
What's one of them? See, I was going to go full. I
know one. I know one of them. I know. Just say it.
Who? Go.
You're going to say HBK.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Even though I do love the Heartbreak Kid.
Zero bias.
No, I'm not going to put him in there. Even though he is Mr. WrestleMania, but I think the other person is WrestleMania, and that's the Undertaker.
I'm not disagreeing with that at all.
The Undertaker's the Phenom. I mean, how many aliases can you get right?
The guy dominated nearly everything he did. It's impossible.
And he always, the way that he could change it to a different persona and make you love it was crazy. Just thinking mate, he used to come out and I used to shit myself as a kid going, fuck, man.
Yeah,
oh
because he had white
that's
face
my
and
language,
everything.
but
Yeah.
I used to go, oh my, like I was scared. Like I would think in the night when I go to sleep that music
He's going to
hits,
come and get you.
yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead.
I got
Don't
a
worry about
good
the
story
boogeyman.
about
It was
that.
the Undertaker.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
Good
yeah,
story.
fair enough.
the
No,
Undertaker,
I
and
agree
just
with that. 100%.
again,
Yeah.
charismatic. I mean, these are all larger than life characters, right? But yeah, the way he dominated with his personas was crazy. You know, I don't know. For me, I've got him in there, and he has to be in there for me. And that streak, which got defeated by Brock Lesnar, which I thought, I don't know. There's some scripts that should be a fairy tale, and that was one. I know the fairy tale is going to end
Mars.
sometime.
It's wrestling, mate. It's wrestling.
I know. I get it.
It's
I
not
get
Disney.
it.
It's not Disneyland.
I understand.
No,
Yeah,
that's
but
Carlton.
Disney. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Carlton.
exactly.
But look, I get that things must come to an end. All great things and good things must come to an end. But I thought he lost it to the wrong person. That's just for me.
Okay.
Even though he's a dominant figure, Brock
I agree.
Lesnar, and I love him, but I just thought not him.
I agree.
All right, fair enough.
And
Go
now
on, then.
the fourth one is fuck, man. I could have gone anywhere with this. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I was
You
gonna
can't.
I
No,
just
you
want to
can't.
see you.
If you do that,
Serious or what?
If you did that, I walk.
Nah, what? No,
There's
I'm not
about
gonna do it.
30 names ahead of that guy.
Nah, I'm
At
not
least,
gonna
at
do it.
least.
I just
And
wanted
the
to. I just see. I had because now we're going to get into the speculation of all the honorable
Yeah.
mention. But the honorable
Uh-huh.
mention for me is The Rock, 100%. The Rock. He's not
Yeah,
in there.
Okay,
for
yeah,
me, though,
that's fair.
right? He's not in there.
Mm.
But I'm gonna go full left field here, and this one
Mm.
I'm gonna get flamed for this. It's not
Bear
the
in
one
mind,
that
this
I
is a
love too.
Rushmore.
All right.
Yeah, this is
So-
the greats.
Go
Four
on.
of the all-time greats.
Go
Third
on.
generation superstar, third or fourth? I think it's. I could be fourth.
Third, I know who you're talking about. It's third.
You're not
He's
doing this,
third.
are you?
He is. He's been out. He was out for 10 years, Mars.
Who?
Oh,
Wait,
go
who do you
on.
think
Say
it
who it is.
Who was
Randy
out
Orton?
for 10 years?
Randy Orton.
See, I
That's
was
who-
gonna.
that's-
I was-
That's
I
who I
was
He was
leading
out for. He was out for like 2 or 3 years. So you can't
Yeah.
count that. Anyway.
I was just baiting. See how I baited you? I'm
Yeah.
baiting. This is how we know who is right and wrong on this show, right?
Is that what
But
it
it's
is?
not,
Come,
not Randy
come on,
Orton.
Mars.
It's not Randy
Come on.
Orton. It's not Randy
All right.
Orton.
Tell us.
Thank fuck.
I've got to build it up to there. I got to build it. Oh, it's not going to be triple fraud. It's definitely not going to be triple fraud.
Well, he's not a third generation.
No,
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
No, it's not third generation. I was
Oh,
just
it's not
baiting you
third,
into
okay.
the Randy Orton, okay? But it's
Right.
out of these two. It's out of these two. One.
No, it's one. It's not out of these two.
I don't know.
Come
But
on.
I'm saying it's out of one. It's either out of Rey Mysterio,
Or
What?
Stone
Yeah.
Cold Steve Austin. I'm
you have
taking
to
the
put
piss.
Austin.
Stone
Mysterio's
Cold
not even the
Steve
best
Austin.
lucha that's ever been out.
Of course, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Exactly.
You want another beer? How many beers? 1, what? 2, what? 3, what? You got to get the beer merchant in, man. 100%.
You
It's
sucked him
Stone
in, mate.
Cold
Let's
Steve
go.
Austin.
Beautiful.
See how I sucked you all in? I just got to throw a swerve, man. That's
Okay.
what the WWE doesn't do today. There ain't no swerves, man. But I throw the
Oh,
swerve
there's been
in.
a few. There's been a
there's
few
been-
lately.
But yeah, that's my top four. So it's Hogan, Cena in this order: Hogan, Cena, Undertaker, and Stone Cold.
All right, so
Steve.
Mars, give us now because we're on you. Give us your four next if you were to just do favorites.
Yeah, your honorable
Not who
mention
is,
or whatever,
like,
whatever you want.
Objectively
Yeah.
fucking the best. I mean, just who would you have on your four favorites of all time?
Of all time favorites.
Yeah, for any reason, entertainment, as a wrestler, whatever. Just four favorites.
Oh, well, Cena goes in as one. I love the Doctor of Thugonomics. I thought like he was vile on the mic to people, which I loved. So that's the person that I am anyway.
Yeah.
I like the Rock in the WWE. Unbelievable. I thought he was fantastic on the mic as well. Skilled. I mean, on the mic sells it, yeah, but I love a technical wrestler as well. HBK, I loved him. When he tuned up the band, I mean,
I was waiting.
you're stepping in the band, but Viva la Raza, man. Eddie Guerrero is up there.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, you got Batista. I mean, I was surprised he only won 5 titles. 5 major titles. I was surprised because he dominated for so long. But yeah, as you know, Batista is probably one of my favorite, and Randy Orton. I mean, when you grow up with these blokes, these people.
Did you need a top 10 or something, or what's going on here?
Fuck, man, I can put so many in there, man. Like, I don't know. Like, you gravitate towards so many. But look, Randy Orton, out of all those people, Randy Orton is like probably, I love him. I don't know, something about him. He's got the look, the charisma. I mean, like the legend killer. When that was out, man, I hated it, but I loved it as a kid. Kicking people's skulls off. I mean, yeah, crazy. But yeah, they're kind of who I gravitate towards. But yeah.
So
we'll go.
Andy had
Go to Andy.
Oh, I got some honourable mentions
and whatever.
All right, so these are honourable mentions, and I'll give you a couple of my favourites. Right, so Ric Flair is got to be. He's an honourable mention, right? So he was. So I did my Mount Rushmore based on exactly. Like if you don't make it in the WWE, there's no point. You do not enter. There's no use, right? That's the biggest show going around for the last 30, 40 years, right? So if you're not the top of WWE, doesn't count. That's why he didn't make my Mount Rushmore, because he's always, WCW, NWA, that sort of stuff, right?
Yes.
Profiling.
Yeah, legend, absolute legend, right? Still relevant today. Stone Cold, just outside. I just don't think, like, he wasn't around in WWE for long. It was only 3 or 4 years, right?
Yeah.
But those 3 or 4 years were pretty impactful, right? Like, he sold more merch, like Bo said, and he was legendary in the Attitude Era, right? But I just don't think he had, the longevity.
That's fair.
Now this one is controversial. Now, I don't think he was ever going to make my Mount Rushmore, but when he retires, he might, right? Cody Rhodes.
Stop it,
now,
man.
Hang on. I'll give you the reason. There's a reason behind it. So Stardust didn't like it, couldn't stand it. Went to indie wrestling, did that, clocked indie wrestling, right? Then started his own promotion. And then gets signed by the WWE 3 years ago, and he's been the quarterback ever since. That's impressive, right? So, he's got probably another 4 or 5 years of this. So maybe.
That's what you call a dish out, mate. That's what that was.
100%. Maybe.
That was that gimme, handout.
If you're here, man, come on, man. Take us in. We'll take all your money too, brother.
Well,
I'm not saying he's shit, but I'm just saying there's no way he comes anywhere close. But
no, but I did say toward when he retires, which might be 5-6 years down the track, perhaps, right? Now, the last one is very controversial. This guy, now, I don't know. All right, so WWE's got the Hall of Fame. They've got the entertainment wing or whatever it's called, right?
Yeah.
Celebrity wing or whatever, right?
Yeah.
However, this guy did wrestle. And it's the guy on my T-shirt. Vincent Kennedy.
Yeah. Oi.
Right
I was going to put him in as my swerve at number 4. I was genuinely going to put it in.
I thought about it, but then I thought
wrestling talent.
Yeah, well, it's not even talent. He's entertaining, right? Even when he was going up against Stone Cold or for, in the Attitude Era.
Right, how good.
You watch that and you're just entertained, right? And Stone Cold's great, don't get me wrong, but without Vince, is he that great? You know what I mean? So takes 2 to tango, right? Now, just 2 of my favorites, all-time favorites. CM Punk's one of my favorite.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I've watched that pipe bomb from 10, 12 years ago. I've watched it 1,000 times. I reckon it's sensational. But on the mic, early days, he was legendary. Like that. What was that thing he had where he was shaving people's heads?
Straight Edge Society.
Straight Edge Society. That was great, right? Because they didn't care about him back then, so he did whatever he wanted, And mate, how can you? This is again controversial, but watching WCW and seeing Goldberg, that was back then, not WWE, but Goldberg in WCW was something else,
He was by far, I reckon, one of the worst wrestlers I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah. But entertaining, right? So you watch him and, jackhammer and whatever. It was like the Ultimate Warrior in the 80s, It's like you watch a Warrior, he couldn't wrestle, but, he was entertaining, you know. So there's an argument of
entertaining at all.
No, really. There you
I
go.
mean, he went on. How many matches was it? It was over 100 matches, squash matches of him coming out, a spear, jackhammer, off you go.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
it was the stupidest shit.
But we can say the same about Cena to a certain extent, and Hogan, you know, dropping the leg, hulking up, dropping the leg. You know, there wasn't much.
But these matches were short, man.
Yeah, 100%. They were. Like, I don't know. What about Lesnar these days? You know, 8 German suplexes and the match is over. You know what I mean? So
no. I'm not saying it's never happened with other
no,
people.
no. It's just, and they're not Mount Rushmores. They're just some of my just people, wrestlers I enjoy watching. You know, and go.
No, go. I was going to just put up a few people. No, I'll let you finish, but go.
No, I'll finish, mate. I feel I could go on for 6 hours, but I'm not.
Me too. Before you do,
I want to hear both.
We'll get into both because I like he's a bit controversial.
Edge, that was the other one I was thinking of.
Edge, Christian, Punk, Cena.
Not
personally.
Not so Edge. I wouldn't put on the Mount Rushmore, but geez,
not on a Mount Rushmore. No,
maybe it's a favorite Mount Rushmore. Not sure.
It has to be.
I was going to say he'd be right up there because again, entertaining. Like you can watch Edge anytime you have the match.
If you go watch his promos too, not too bad. Not too bad.
Pretty good.
We've seen when he used to in those days are fantastic. That 2006 era was
good, wasn't it? Yeah.
Bo is on my Mount Rushmore. He loves you, this bloke. Flair, Hogan, Austin, Jericho.
Jericho.
Y2J. Oh.
Well, he had the best ever, you know, shock appearance of all time. Chris Jericho when he debuted. That was the best I've ever seen, personally.
What else we got? Oh, we got Hulk, Austin, Cena, and Taker. I think that was mine. Yeah, that ended up being mine. Have you talked to the team?
There you go. Who'd you pay, Mars?
Nah, nobody. Come on, man.
Come on.
Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Cena, Brock Lesnar. Wow, okay. That's I could be a favorite one. Terry Funk. I'm just going through all of them.
Terry Funk.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt. What a wrestler he was. Great character.
That's not a bad shout, Terry Funk. That's not a bad shout.
Yeah, he's pretty legendary.
It depends on your reasoning for putting him in there. I think what a lot of people I've seen about 100 names in the chat, but we're talking about putting people into a Mount Rushmore where you go, nobody is better than them at what they did.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can't. I saw one Shane McMahon for what? A good theme song.
I think it's their favorites. Macho Man sees another favorite,
of course. Anyway,
100%.
Yeah. I saw The Rock, Jey Uso, Mars, the Eaton-ator. Chris Benoit. I think because he's a young kid, so they only know the young kids back in the
Still wouldn't put him in there.
This one, Raven, Benoit, Edo, and Eddie and Bray. Okay,
Raven, far out.
I
don't think anybody has said his name, but Sting. I'm surprised nobody
said Sting earlier.
Okay, I love it. I love this bloke as a wrestler too. Where is he?
RVD.
Raven's storytelling was amazing.
Loved him.
Raven's got a doco coming out next week on Netflix, I think.
Netflix, yeah, I saw that.
Really?
Raven. Yeah, it's the whole story. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Rocco Moro's favorite is Hulk, Andre, Roddy Piper. Ricky Steamboat.
Oof. The best arm drag of all time, Ricky Steamboat.
Yes. Yeah. But Bo, honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Mine were just kind of like favorites. They weren't.
Favorites. Yeah.
So my favorite of all time is Taker, but not even a question. I still had Austin in there. Like I didn't even put it that and replacement for him. CM Punk. And then my favorite female wrestler of all time is Lita. But the person who I think is the best female wrestler I've ever seen as a wrestler in all my time watching.
Just wrestler?
Who do you reckon? Huh?
Just wrestler, like
as a wrestler.
As a wrestler, not
even though I think she's funny as fuck. But go on. Take a guess.
If she's funny, it's not the person I'm thinking.
Technical wrestler.
I was going to say. I was going to say Charlotte Flair, but she's not funny, so it's not her.
Io Sky?
No, but you're close.
No.
Asuka.
Not Stephanie Vaquer.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, Asuka. Yeah.
If you watch now, Mars knows this. I have and still do watch a lot of these names. And I'm not saying I'm the only one. I'm just saying because I've seen so much of them prior to getting to WWE on indies, on other promotions and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
She is by far, I've watched so many of her matches, by far the most enjoyable and the best wrestler I've seen as a female. And she's not a pin-up girl. She's not in there for her tits or anything like that. You know what I mean? So as a wrestler, she's quirky, she's funny. I like the awkwardness and the weirdness. There you go. See Liam get right? But as a wrestler, I love how she goes about it. And you know why? She reminds me of Tajiri. Forget the mist.
Oh yeah.
Her style is very similar to Tajiri back in the day. Yeah. And I think that's what I'm seeing in her. And I used to love Tajiri. I used to love watching him. He was so energetic, just real good. That's why I think she's probably, I think I can't go past her as a wrestler, but Lita as an all-time favorite, like as a hottie and this and that. Yeah, no one's going. For me, she was the best. Full badass, too extreme, all the rest of it.
The one right now that's killing the game, obviously she's got the title, but Stephanie Vaquer, man, her wrestling abilities are unreal.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Sorry, say that again.
Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah. She's. I reckon she's actually put on worse matches in WWE since moving over from NXT.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but
they don't have as much weapon, dude.
Yeah, but they don't have as much time.
I feel like that's the thing.
They're more rushed as well, and so they can't really showcase everything that they have in a wheelhouse.
I reckon everyone that came up from NXT was having better matches in NXT than Raw or SmackDown.
It's always the case, and then you get this freaking excitement that we're going to get this amazing talent, and she is very, very good. We know what she can do, and then she comes into there and less time. Mars is very right; they get less time.
Yeah,
so they can't express themselves as much.
Also, it's also the talent that you're matched up with, what storyline you get put into as well. And can you dance with your other partner? Yes or no? I mean, if she's going to go up against not Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez, man, like it's too big for her.
That's a powerhouse versus a technical.
You can't have that. In every sense of the words, that Rodriguez should belt her. To be honest. Like it's like a David versus Goliath. Like,
you know,
I know
exactly.
You can't.
We can't. You know,
so, I know
because Rey Mysterio would get squashed every time, literally.
By the great Khali. Remember that? Oh, remember that, mate. And he used to get the watermelon and crush the watermelon.
Great Khali.
Far out. Man, that bloke's huge in India, man. He's one of the biggest ever. And literally, quite literally the biggest.
Literally,
But should we come up with our own? I guess the TRW's Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. Well, we all agree on two.
Hogan, Cena, 1 and 2. We're keeping them in that order, 1 and 2. We're going to go in order now, I think.
Yeah, I'd say so. Hogan's 1 easily,
Cena.
Who comes in at 3?
Well, you two have got Stone Cold, so you'd have to put him in, right?
Who did you have in?
I had Bruno Sammartino, Andre the Giant, and
that's
obviously Cena and Hogan. So,
I know what Bruno did in that time. Obviously, I wasn't alive for it, but I've watched a lot of his matches. I've seen the story. I've watched his doco and all the rest of it. And yes, everything you said is true. He carried as well, right? But I still don't think he is spoken about widely and globally enough to be considered to be on a Mount Rushmore.
But see, maybe not now, just because of, I mean, it's been so long, you know what I mean?
Generations die, right?
What's it called? It's called like recency bias sort of thing, you know?
Yeah, I totally. Yeah.
To a point. But I mean, it's just one of those things.
If you were to do like the best Carlton players of all time, for example, if we just quickly go that way,
even
young people of today still know who Bruce Dool is.
Yeah, true. and
You know what I
Kernan
mean?
and
So
yeah.
it's not. We luckily for us, we can go back and watch wrestling from the 50s, the 60s, the
Yeah,
70s.
true,
We
true.
can watch
That's true.
Australian wrestling if
Yeah.
you really want to from the 70s and like our fathers'
Yeah.
days and all that sort of stuff, right? So I
Yeah.
don't think like you can go back and I look at it and go, Bruno, amazing, man. And wrestlers speak very highly of him, right? But I just don't see him in a top 4 of all time
No,
for everything
fair
that
enough.
we've done. You know what I mean?
His commentary was underrated. He was funny. He was funny.
That I
Bruno.
don't know. That I haven't seen.
Oh,
so I
you got to
can't
go back and watch some.
You go back
Yeah,
and
like
watch it. No, he is funny. No, you can.
he's
Marco
funny
was
because
funny as
he's
well,
got that. He's got the accent, and
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
that
Lord
warm
Alfred
flair.
Hayes is
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
and Vince.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
actually funny because they're trying to push him out, and he just wouldn't go away. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like his time was done, right? Mid
Yeah,
80s and
correct.
that, and
They just want
they
to
put him in
stick.
country. Yeah, he's sticking around.
Yeah.
It's funny. But anyway.
So what do we do? Do we?
So Stone
we
Cold's
go-
3, right?
All right.
Are
We'll
you
go
happy
Stone.
with 3 at Andy at Austin? Because we both have
I
it.
mean, look,
You have to see why.
I'm not going to argue with it. Like
Yeah.
I can see why, from Andy's point of view as well, is that he wasn't in there like for
just the longevity, right?
True.
But if you hear the song, and if anybody hears the song, they know it's Stone Cold. I mean, it's like
Hang on. Why don't we go with one of yours, Mars? Here, maybe Andy agrees with this. We put it number 3. We put Undertaker. Maybe Andy doesn't agree with that. I thought he'd agree with that.
I'm not a huge Taker fan, honestly.
Okay,
I'm not.
why?
All right.
I'd like to
But
know
hang on,
why.
no. You don't have to be a fan.
No,
It's
you
just
don't have.
about respecting the Mount Rushmore of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did he? If he didn't exist, would we be where we are today? Probably.
Do you know how many
know what I
people
mean?
credit their careers to him?
Yeah. Who? The Hardys. Jeff Hardy.
Not the Hardys. Kane, Vince McMahon himself has said that WWE wouldn't be the same without him. Don't forget, Undertaker
He's
in
a
the
liar.
back. Undertaker at the back
Yeah,
has
I know,
mentored
yeah.
a lot of the women as well. And I mean mentored, relax, right?
So then we should put Michael Hayes in for being a good producer then.
Yeah, well, see, this is it because we're doing
Yeah, so
this guy wrestled, he worked in the back end, he still works for them now.
You know what?
So
I'll be honest with you.
Put him in.
I'll be honest with you, right? If he spoke more, like when he came out and did the 6-part series,
Yes,
that was great. That was great to
very
hear
cool. Very
him
cool.
speak, right?
Yeah.
I'm just like, apart from sort of Bruno, Andre was funny on the mic. I know, he's hilarious, right? But I like being entertained, right? And the Undertaker didn't grab me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know.
It was
All right,
more
well-
like I guess it was his entrance and the way he appeared as well. Like
Yeah,
towards the
entrance
end.
was great. Yeah, and see,
he probably didn't have to say much. That's why it probably
no,
worked.
100%, mate.
That's
100%,
why it
but-
worked. Not probably.
But that didn't. I guess because, like you said earlier, right? When you're a kid, you're shitting yourself, right?
Yeah.
Because
100%.
Because me and Bo are older than you, right? Like he
Yeah,
didn't scare me. Like he was scary looking. Like I'm like, oh, who's this guy, right?
Yeah.
But it was like, it's just a gimmick, literally. Before I knew what a
Hang
gimmick
on.
was, right?
Andy,
Yeah, go.
you can't include me in that.
What?
You can't. I had a nightmare, which
did you?
I had a nightmare.
Oh, I didn't know about it, Bo.
Yeah.
You got to tell me these
See?
things.
I had a nightmare at a young
Yeah.
age that the Undertaker buried me alive. My parents didn't let me watch wrestling for 2-3 years. Right? So I had to literally sneak it. And the only way to do it back then, because like you said, we didn't really have this
It was
access
hard.
to
Yeah, it's
watch
hard.
it, right?
Yep.
The only way to be able to do that was they used to sell wrestling magazines at the newsagent.
Oh yeah, I used to buy them all the time. Pro Wrestling
And
Illustrated and all that. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Check the results in the back.
Yep. And I remember that they used to have every now and again they would put a CD on there, right?
Ooh.
And on that CD, you could put it in your computer and it would play. I'm not even kidding. It was like 3 minutes of highlights on a freaking CD.
Highlights. Yeah.
And that's all you got. That's all you could get. and it was like a teaser because it's a promo CD for you to go and
Yeah,
watch.
yeah.
This stuff was like 2 months old, but I hadn't seen anything in so long because I wasn't allowed to watch it.
Yeah,
All because of that.
because of the Undertaker, eh?
Yeah. So I was scared by that guy, man, but I loved him.
I
And the
was
mystery
scared.
was amazing, you know.
I know like Triple H and all that. Like even Ric Flair credits him as well for helping him.
Yeah.
You know, his career. And then
Yeah,
even
I've
Bray,
heard all that.
I know Bray Wyatt isn't with it. He's no longer with us, rest in peace. But he credits him for his character development as well.
Yeah.
You know, the way he put himself into the WWE. But I mean, look, third spot. I mean, where do you want to go? Do we go Stone Cold?
Looking like Austin.
I reckon.
We'll go Stone Cold. And
yeah, I can live with that.
All right.
This one's going to be hard on the fourth.
Yeah, the fourth one's going to be tough.
Oh, it is tough.
Here we go.
Come on.
I forgot. What did I say now? Now I forgot my
Let's ask the chat. Let's ask the chat.
It could be
So
the
we-
chat.
Who you reckon? You know,
I mean, Cena, Austin, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
I'd say Taker, The Rock, you know, that sort of echelon, right? Like we're not talking AJ Styles, right? Even though I like AJ Styles, but we're not talking, you know, mid carders.
Yeah.
Shouldn't
I
have
like
said that,
AJ Styles a lot.
So do I. So do I.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree.
You know,
He's
I'm
not
meeting
on
with
that
a,
level.
the hard
He's here.
part.
Like he's A, he's not S. He's not
yeah.
godly.
No, you're right.
They
You're
have
right,
to be
you're right.
S. That's right. Exactly.
He's,
Yeah, they have to be S. Yeah. There's a lot
He's
of A's. There's a
A,
lot of
but
A's.
he's-
Yeah.
He ain't S. He's not S. Maybe he is S in the whole industry. He is, but
Oh,
we're
and
the viewer,
TNA is
yeah,
S,
so-
but
yeah.
yeah.
we're the viewer, so we say
It's
what's
like
S.
it's like saying, "Oh, give me the best Carlton players of all time," and people start dropping about 400 names like Dennis Armfield, and you go, "Really?" Yeah. And I love Dennis Armfield. Don't get me wrong, that guy I used to froth that guy, right?
Oh,
Bloke's a
mate, like
genuine E-grader.
But
What about Luke O'Sullivan, the Rhino?
Like that out in a Mt.Rushmore of wrestling, you know what I mean?
No, I agree with you. The rhinoceros, mate. I loved Luke O'Sullivan.
Oh, we've got just to point out, we got
Yeah.
a hard ass in the chat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I saw it before,
He's
so
smart, right?
I know he's at
We'll
the
get
bottom.
we'll get into that chat one day, though.
Yeah, we'll get into it one day.
One day. What about? Would you be happy with the Rock at number 4?
I wouldn't be against it.
Yeah.
The name is huge enough.
Yeah, I can't say that, like, you know, you can't not put him in there, like that. He wasn't there, then he wasn't, then he wasn't, then he was.
Like,
that's
yeah,
the
but-
only thing that
Yeah,
shit me
true.
with him is that he
True.
was there, and then he'd hold the title and he'd go missing for a year, and I'm going,
Yeah.
I got
'cause
my
he's making
champion
movies.
there.
Yeah.
but
I agree with you.
Roman Reigns.
Brock Lesnar. Anyway.
Oh, the
But
Lesnar
also-
one. Stop. But yeah, it's just but he's so big that you can put him in there. He's just that good.
And I'll go as far as saying the latest stuff, like he did with the bloodline and all that, and you know, WrestleMania 40 or 41 or whatever it was with Cody. That was great. That was so entertaining, you know. And him being on the board to change it, you know, we've all seen the doco, him saying, "Oh, geez, I think we better change it. The fans want." That's awesome stuff, right? And that's him, you know what I mean? So, you know, apart from what he did in the Attitude Era, even now I think he's doing some good work, right? Like I enjoy watching him now. Like you're talking about music hits. When the Rock's music hits, it's over.
Yeah, you know.
Goosebumps.
This one, we'll get into this one. Slobo 299. Andy, what's your thoughts on Darren Hume? This is every week, every show.
Darren Hume,
Let's
the
not do
pup.
that.
No, he was all right. He was good value.
Actually, let me spin that question. Imagine him in the WWE.
Who, he'd be a Rey Mysterio, wouldn't he?
Mysterio, yeah. Only Carl 299. Thank you very much. Shut up, Bo. But I don't know. Who do we put as our number 4 to wrap up the show?
I think it's
I'm
Rock
not
or
against agreeing
Undertaker.
with the Rock. Yeah, I'm not. Oh, if we're choosing out a Rock and Undertaker, I'm going Undertaker.
Well,
sorry.
Well, the Rock's still going to a certain extent. You know what I mean? So maybe it
We
is the
haven't
Rock.
seen him in about 400 months.
Yeah, and you watch him show up at War Games or something.
With Travis Scott singing some.
No, Travis Scott's done. He's done. Travis Scott's done.
Travis Scott's with Kanye in Tokyo. Don't worry about that. It's all good.
What an
He had
idiot.
Fiend, and now the next one is it's gonna be a production hit The
Yeah, the
lyrics
next
are gonna punch home.
the
It's
next
gonna
one's going to be
bitch,
fucking
bitch,
scream,
bitch,
scream,
bitch.
scream.
Oh
Scream or
my
something,
God.
you know what I mean? Oh, fuck, I
What
needed
a
20
waste of
producers for that one.
space. What a waste
Shut
of
up,
time.
Bo. Bo, shut up.
What
$2.99.
does he say? Shut up, bro.
Yeah. Thank you again for the
He's
$2.99.
paying for it. If he pays for the $2.99,
He doesn't
I guess
send
you
me
can
money.
say
He
it.
just sends me
This
text
bloke.
messages.
What a character.
Eugene.
Bro.
Oh,
Holy.
yeah. Imagine
Is that what
Eugene now.
Forget
Imagine
it.
now. It's over.
There's no WWE. There's nothing. He ends the
Cancelled.
WWE.
Yeah, he does.
Instant cancellation.
Number four. I mean, you could go either Ric Flair, The Rock, or The Undertaker, I reckon.
I'm voting for The Rock. All right, go. Consensus. There's three of us, so we'll get it. Mars, it's up to you. Both said Undertaker. Man. I said The Rock. It's on you, Mars. That's it, mate. Come on.
Love the mention of Akira in the.
I know you got purple in the background, so I know who your answer's going to be. It's easy. Yeah, exactly. Roll your eyes. Yeah, that's it.
Go on. Good boy.
Exactly.
The Undertaker. It's got to be The Taker.
Right, it's a Taker.
Sorry, Andy.
It's all right.
I actually wanted to get Andy's one in. I wanted to get one of them in, but when he's changed it to could be The Rock or The Undertaker, wow. You had your chance, man. You didn't take it.
Yeah, well, that's all right. I'll live.
I'm fine with paying if it means Bo shuts up.
Hey, boys, before we finish, we're speaking off air about a surprise entrant in the Cena tournament on SmackDown. Bo, you mentioned it. You were talking off air. So, what do you reckon?
Woo. You know it. Yeah, I'm very happy about this. Mars knows why. Andy, you wouldn't have known why, but I'll tell you in the chat now.
Yep.
I have worked for him for the past, other than the last year just gone past, I worked for him for a good 3 years doing all these trading card designs and stuff like that. So we became a little bit on personal terms in terms of chatting to each other and stuff like that. So when you get that close to someone like that, I would never consider him like a friend or anything like that. I never see the person, right? But it was nice for me to see that, given I've known and followed his entire indie journey from the time he got fired with Brian and all that. And to see him come back like that was awesome. However,
I agree. I know exactly what you're going to say, and I agree 100% before you even say it.
The only thing, look, and look, we can't get in his head to know this reason, but he has said multiple times on his own
interviews.
Podcast,
Chris Van Vliet, he said it.
He said it on Chris
only a couple of months ago.
If he ever returns to WWE, he would like to do it under Matt Cardona.
Exactly. He's not going to do the Zack Ryder. He'll never do that again. And then I hear that, and I'm like,
to go to the extent of, doing merch that said Zack Ryder is dead and so on and so forth. But then look, the last card I did for him was a split card of Cardona versus Zack Ryder as a card.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not like he never wanted to drop the name completely, because it makes him money still. Right.
Of course.
But here's my theory. It's one of two things, and it can only be one of two things. Right. He's in the process of building a new house, despite the fact that he can afford it. Right.
Yeah.
So money's not short, okay? But you can never say no to enough money, and that guy loves
100%,
money, right?
100%.
That's self-admitted. He says it all the time.
He's admitted it. Yeah, he's admitted it. Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing, right? Either the money was very, very good and he couldn't say no, so he goes, you know what? At the risk of going back on my word, I'll do it anyway. Or he doesn't see Chelsea enough because she's now
on the road. She's
WWE. And he thought, if they offer me something, I'm going to take it despite whatever the money is, because it means I'm going to spend more time with her. They don't have kids. They just have a freaking two at their house, right? So I think it's only one of those two.
I'm going to rebuttal that. I
agree with you, Maz.
At NXT, he came out as Matt Cardona.
Yeah, that's right.
And this is where I was going next, right?
And that's WWE.
It's correct. Well, we don't know if he's actually signed up. Now, you've seen lately how when they're signing these multi-year deals like AJ and so on and so forth, right?
Yeah.
they show them signing this stuff. Where
Of course.
they haven't done that for Matt yet, right? Now,
Yeah.
he's still booked at WSW for May next year in Australia. He's still got TNA this week. I haven't seen any cancellation posts for any of his indie shows coming up, right? TNA have a deal with WWE. I don't know what this means going forward for him.
I reckon
there is a thing here. Don't forget, he's very close with Cody. They're like best mates.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
I actually
there's a swerve that can happen here, and what can happen is we can have Zack Ryder came back. He doesn't like it, and they play down that road, and they go into this storyline with Cody when eventually when he drops the title and whatever, and Cody thinks he's getting Zack Ryder, but nah, you're getting Matt Cardona, and then there's your
Deathmatch King. Yeah. So I honestly think, right, when I saw it, I thought exactly what we said. You know, like he said he'd never use Zack Ryder again, right? Now I thought, oh no, this is a one-off, right? As Zack Ryder, right? So I reckon it's just a one-off. You know, he's just an entrant. You just sell some merch,
it's because
whatever.
Homage to the with the John Cena.
Chelsea Green's there. She's a big deal now. So just just help the family out, right? Whatever it is. And then I'm thinking, I think I like the idea with the Cody Matt Cardona thing, right? And I actually think he'll enter the Royal Rumble as Matt Cardona.
Probably.
Spot on.
So
I like it.
I actually don't think he's signed as Zack Ryder. He might have signed as Matt Cardona, or maybe he's not signed. Maybe it's a one-off thing because he did something that AEW for 2 episodes or something of Dynamite, and that was it. So I don't think he's so big on the Indies. I don't think he's gonna, unless he gets that big deal from WWE. I don't think he's just gonna sign away. All that money.
No, I agree with what you just said about the Rumble. And hang on, let me just address what Liam said in the chat. He goes, my generation know him as Zack Ryder. My generation know him as Brett Major.
Far out.
That's got
edgehead. He was an edgehead. Also,
and he was an edgehead.
Thinking,
right, yes.
Yeah, he was an edgehead. But I was also thinking about, like the Zack Ryder thing, right? It was pretty good. Like at the time, he was on YouTube. I remember he was getting over a fence, and they're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm trying to get over." Right? That's brilliant, right? Now that you look back on it, it's so good that he promoted himself that well. I just think, I think he's got more to offer WWE as Matt Cardona, right?
Matt Cardona, 100%.
I'd love to see him as Matt Cardona. I mean, we saw it with R-Truth, right? He came back as Ron Killings a couple of months back.
They buried that, though. They buried that.
Yeah, I know. It only lasted a couple of weeks. But my point is that they had a go, right? Matt Cardona, I mean, they might sign him and it might flop, right? But
did they have a go? I don't even think they had a go with the Ron Killings.
I mean, he
could have gone somewhere. You never know.
He cut his hair. I mean,
he cut
that's what I mean. That's a big deal. And then
he committed himself, and they just pushed him to the side of the full-time jobber again.
And it was funny. Like I remember the next time I saw him, it was on Crown Jewel or whatever, and he was doing the cricket. Yeah, whatever. But he was doing some. they do the promos for the.
He was doing the ESPN
advertising. Yeah, that's right, that one.
Yeah,
with the
NFL, ESPN,
yeah,
another $3 billion.
Yeah, well, they can afford it, can't they?
I seriously like that idea of him coming back in the Rumble, but
yeah.
Let's ask Mars what he thinks, because he's already kind of told me.
Go on.
And he knows it hits home for me. Right? He's pissing me off. No.
What? Oh, him coming in the Rumble.
What did you think about Zach? Because you knew how happy I was.
I didn't like it, not under Zack Ryder, because he was a jobber.
Oh, yeah.
He was a jobber when he was in there as Zack Ryder, and he just jobbed out to LA Night. Like, fuck, come on, man.
Yeah, because it's a one-off deal.
I get it's a one-off deal.
He won the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. That's not a jobber, mate.
And held it for how long?
A couple of months, weeks, or whatever. I don't know. Not long.
For one night.
Not even a week.
Yeah, I was going to say, it wasn't long.
He lost it the next night.
Yeah, but what a pop that was, right? No one thought he was going to win. It was awesome.
It was insanity. They wanted it.
It was great.
He got bought out. He got bought out this week on Saturday, or 2 days, a day ago, right?
Yeah, so there
was no pop.
Yes, there was.
There wasn't. There wasn't, Andy. There was no pop.
Andy.
Nah, there was
no welcome back. this
but
count?
anyway, that's your thing, though. It's like tuning up the band with HBK, bro. Like you're gonna
One off,
ooh,
Maz. One off. It's a one
I
off
get it,
deal.
but
Trust me.
there was
Trust me.
no pop. I'm telling you, if he come out as Matt Cardona, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
there
think
would
he
have been more.
Yeah, but they
And
could
we
have
agree
written
with you.
They could have written a different angle on from that, but they don't
but
don't want
I
to
agree.
bury the Matt Cardona name in that
Exactly
tournament.
right now. Well, he's
get
not gonna beat LA Knight, is he? Right. So
No, and they if this was a recommendation that maybe Cena said, I would like him in there. We don't know.
yeah, of course,
Right?
of course.
So
Well,
he's, he's friends with Cena, so they wanted to
100%.
do it, and this is why I said to Mars, I agree with him. The pop was shit. It was a terrible way of doing it. But I also thought the WWE weren't so bad in the way that they did it because they still brought back the name. So the people that really popped the most were people that grew up in that Zack Ryder era, and not the Cardona era, right?
Yeah.
I launched. It was amazing, right? But
when it was teased, I knew he was coming back.
Yeah, well, see, I haven't read anything for a long time because I didn't want any.
No,
I
but it
knew
wasn't
nothing.
even that. But Cena dropped it in the promo, dropped his name. So I'm like, oh well, he's obviously coming back. When they drop it in the promo, they come
But
back.
for 2 years, they're
when he
saying
said,
he's
"Hi,
coming
Matt
back.
Cardona."
What? No, he
When-
said about Zack Ryder.
Oh, okay, right. I understand.
Yeah.
So,
He said it.
all I was
He
gonna-
just said it last 2 weeks ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All I was
missed
going to
that.
say is that I think they did it in a way that they did not stuff anything up for LA Knight and make him look like an idiot.
Of course.
Still
Of
got
course.
Zack Ryder back, got his signature.
No.
move
You know
and
what they
whatever,
just.
and
You
that's
know
it.
what? You know how I saw it in the vision is that they brought Zack Ryder back and they buried Zack Ryder as a name, and then now they can bring back. And now they can bring Matt Cardona
In the
That's
Rumble, yes.
That's-
Yes,
yeah,
Mars,
and
I like it. Yeah.
Zack Ryder's dead. He's dead.
No.
That's
I like it.
That's
You're
how I
spot on.
see
Yeah.
it. That's how I
Makes
see
sense.
it.
No. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Look,
That's
if
very
it's
good.
one thing we know, WWE are so far ahead, like planned so far ahead, that
Yeah, with the AI.
this is 6 months. Well, whatever it is, but they get like this is July next year where he's going to do something,
Correct. Yeah,
possibly.
correct.
So they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
Can I answer a question out of that chat?
Yeah.
There's a question in there, say why from George, if you want to put that up. It says why bring Cardona back? Right.
Yeah.
So it says why bring Cardona back? Ryder was more successful. You need to understand that times have moved on. If you look at the kids in the front 2 rows and down the ramp when Ryder came out on SmackDown, there was no reaction from the kids. They had no idea who that is. Right? Okay. So yes, Ryder was more successful back in the day. I would willingly put my house on it that, well, I don't have to. Cardona said it himself, right? His entire indie run, which has been now 5 or 6 years, I think, right? Since he got fired and all the rest of it, right? Okay. He has become a bigger name under Matt Cardona across the world on every indie bloody platform possible, right?
I agree.
And traveled even more than he did as Zack Ryder.
Yeah, of course, 100%.
100%. And he self admits that he's made more money through his merch and all that sort of stuff than he ever did with them, which is okay. We know because you only get commission on the other one. And here he's getting everything.
100%. He's getting everything.
So if they're smart enough, and I think you guys both agree, and a lot of people would agree, if they're smart enough, you bring him back as what is the most prominent thing now, and that's Cardona. It's not Ryder.
Exactly.
Correct.
And that's it. And I think what you guys say about the Rumble is
the Rumble.
Yeah. That's the best way to do it.
I agree.
Got a question and we'll end it here. This for Andy because I kept it for later. Slobo799. Andy, why are we bottom last for kicking efficiency in the AFL 2 years in a row? Do you think the standards at training are low? I mean, this is a wrestling podcast, but if you want to drop a comment like that, sometimes I might glaze over it. But
all right, Slobo, I'll answer it for you. Training standards. What standards are they, by the way? Because I don't think we've got any. Because the captain, Patrick Cripps, can't kick himself. So imagine training with him and go, Cripper, he's kicking it over there. That's where we're at. I'm going to say something controversial and we'll end it on this note. You know, he's playing in the All-Star game, right? Or whatever it's called.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
The Western Australia.
I hope. I don't want to see him get injured. But I want him to miss 4 weeks. Just a little tweak of his knee, right? I want to see how we go without him. No, I want to see how we go without him because he's not necessary. He's not needed anymore.
Okay.
I'm not
That's
a fan.
all right. That's fine. And then on his return,
he's
we
my-
can bring him back in the Rumble.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. He's my Bret
No.
Hart. He's my Bret Hart. I just don't get it. I just don't
Full
get
heel
it.
turn from
Yeah.
Andy
Oh,
right there. The heel turn.
Oh, mate, I'll tell you, I'll play the heel all the time when it comes to Chris. That's why Slobbo, mate. You got a captain that just can't cut it himself. But anyway.
Anyway, that has been the first episode of the Top Rope Wrestling podcast. We'll be here. I'm saying every week, boys. I'm sure we're committed. Like we
Maybe
always
twice
are.
a week, mate. Who
Maybe
knows?
twice a
WrestleMania
week.
season.
Who
Who knows? Who
We
knows?
might
Who knows?
We might be putting out just little quick snipper videos as well. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
true.
Doing that, just like little things here and there.
Stay tuned because we've got some good shows coming up. There's some good ideas frothing in the background.
Thank you to Bo again, Andy. I mean, this is a little project that we've been talking about for some time. I've been talking to Bo on the side and been talking about to Andy on the side, two hoes. I got my two hoes, got my two
and now we're here.
And now we're putting it together.
So you're the Godfather. You're the Godfather.
Yes. But this has been fantastic. That's our Mount Rushmore. That's our collective Mount Rushmore. Make sure you stick around because in 10 minutes we're going to do an emergency meeting. We're going to do we were doing an emergency meeting, but I'm like, you know what? Stuff it. Sunday night. What else are you going to do on a Sunday night other than talk shit about wrestling and Carlton? This video will redirect you to there in the waiting room. So yeah, make sure you go get yourself a nice little cuppa. Maybe you like a little beverage or something like that. Some School of Hard Knocks. But again, thank you to Bo. Plug yourself, and Andy, plug yourself. Go ahead, Bo.
On Instagram or TikTok, mainly Instagram, it's just Bocheck, like the name you see on screen. I just make a whole bunch of stupid, funny videos at the moment.
A couple hit a milli.
The latest one was 1.5 mil, and the other one was $1 million. Then there was another one.
If I left Abby Chatfield one up, mate, I would have been in a league of my own, brother.
Mate,
I would have been
like 6, 7, 10 mil.
5, 10 mil. What a lapsy. I like your lapsy too. You got a nice lapsy on. Yeah.
Don't start. Don't.
I won't. But Andy, go plug yourself. Plug the podcast.
Ankle Sore Podcast, as you know, Carlton Club Corner, North Club Corner, and everything footy that we can muster up, even though it's the off season. So
there's always something.
Stay tuned. Always, Mars.
If you've got through this hour and 17, make sure you hit the like, dislike if you don't like us at all. Make sure you drop your Mount Rushmore down below if you're listening to this after. Always love to read the comments. I don't know. Do you read comments? I like reading comments sometimes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
When I've got time. When I've got time.
When we've got time. Yeah.
Exactly. But this has been episode number 1. We'll be here again. Make sure you hit the subscribe. If you're not subscribed, hit the bell notification. Hit subscribe on all of our links below. Again, thank you. You don't even say go Blues in this one. We'll just go woo, 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 woo.
You know it.